really pay attention to that. When you wake up, the moment you wake up, you are really expecting a big event. So the story that's being played out here is not me. I am prior to that. This is probably one of the most unusual ways that anyone can use to wake up. It's so absurdly easy and simple and direct that you're not going to like it. Because if you really pay attention to this very little, very simple, very straightforward thing, you might wake up. Do you want to hear it? You can wake up by reading. You can wake up by simply bringing your attention to the little voice that appears as soon as you get in front of a page. You open a book for yourself. You open the newspaper. You open whatever it is. Your board magazine, if it contains some lyrics to it. You open that book, okay? And then you start just looking at what's in the page. What's in the page. And the moment you start to do that, just bring the attention to how, in a natural manner, in a spontaneous way, words start to come up. It's like you don't want to be reading anything and yet reading is happening. And the moment you really pay attention to that, then you realize that the process of cognition, the process of language is happening because that's what we learn. When growing up, you learned how to read. I did it as well, and most people do. And the people that don't do that, we call them stupid. Okay, that's a joke. Okay, don't jump at me. I'm a troll. This is just the character. This is Sam's character. This is the apparent whatever condition is here, just trolling. And the sun, it's so annoying and at the same time it's so beautiful. Yeah, like this. So, how do you find this? Very simple. Very straightforward. Just open a page, start looking at the page, start looking at what it says, but you don't want to read. And what you see is reading start happening. Just starts happening. And so if you notice that the reading is happening without you wanting it to happen, then what's the difference between the reading, the voice? Pay attention to this. So what is the difference? Here is the key for you to wake up in just a second. So reading is happening. The voice is doing its thing in your apparent head. It's just you are listening to the voice, reading the pages, and then a thought comes up that says, wow, this is working. Now that thought, is it really different from the other stuff, linguistic stuff that was going on when you were reading the page that you didn't want to read? No, right? It appears in the same sort of space. It has the same tone, but there is the difference is to the second thought, not to the reading, but to the thought that says, wow, this is working. Wow, what's going on? Or wow, is this really working? Or wow, this is not working. That very thought carries an energetic signature that you are identifying as me. This is me now saying this, but it wasn't me then, reading the pages. And the moment you can see that both happen completely out of the blue, spontaneously, without any effort, without any one apart from the reading or the thought themselves. It's just happening. You wake up. Because again, waking up is just noticing that the cognition process, that whatever you are is prior to the cognition process. That what you are is impersonal. It has no name, it has no story, it has no content. It's, I think I mentioned this in another video, but it's like the electricity. It's electricity. It has no content, it's invisible. It is making possible for the content of a video game to appear on the screen. That's also plugged into the electricity, right? So it's the same with you. There is a presence here that expresses itself through the content, but can also be experienced without any content. That's what the jhanas are about in Buddhism. But you don't need to practice any jhanas. You don't need absorption to wake up. You don't need industrial amounts of concentration to wake up. Maybe, just maybe, that's needed in order to, I don't know, in deeper stages of realization. But do you need that to wake up? No. Maybe one of the barriers that you have is you are waiting for something really spectacular to happen. Maybe you are just waiting or hoping or expecting fireworks to happen when you wake up. The moment you wake up, you are really expecting a big event, and then you're not seeing the subtlety. But waking up, yeah, it is a very visceral experience once you start living from that, but it doesn't have to be a really big event. It's just a noticing, it's a remembering, it's a wow. So all this time I thought I was thinking the thoughts, and I wasn't thinking the thoughts. So the story that's being played out here is not me. I am prior to that. So yeah, grab a book, read a page, focus on not wanting to read the page. At the same time, you see the words popping up in the screen of consciousness. And that screen, that space, is the same space as any other thought about you up here. So no one's thinking the thoughts. It's just happening. Hope this was helpful. Love you.